Let's freaking go, Chiefs. We eliminated the Bengals from the playoffs. Kansas City Chiefs regular season recap. We've been eliminated from the playoffs without even playing them. I'm going to talk about our regular season. I'm not going to talk about our postseason as much because, well, I'm going to speak a little bit about what I expect from the postseason or our next match because we have the bye. I'm going to get into that later on in the video. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and please continue to support the channel. I like the way our defense. I liked our season overall. We had a couple ups and downs. I like the way our defense came on late. I'm not going to speak about the last game as well because we didn't even play any of our starters. Obviously, we didn't look good, but we weren't playing our starters. I honestly think we were just trying to knock the Bengals out of the playoffs. It's just a petty because you know what they did with what the mayor said about Patrick Mahomes and with everything about how they called it Burrowhead. We still remember that and how cocky they were. So I think that it was almost like a game to them. And then we didn't care. We rest starters in the 2020 season when Pat could have won MVP, but Aaron ended up getting it. And we were actually we only lost one game or so, or we were almost undefeated. It was almost the same thing. And then we just rest starters and we lost. And then Aaron balled out, won MVP. Pat was snubbed from the Pro Bowl, which I don't really care about as much because he didn't have his greatest season, and they're gonna hold Pat in high regard and just. They're gonna hold him of higher expectations onto Pat, where to a point where they always expect him like LeBron James to have a great season, to have like a 25, to have like a 20, like a 30 point, and then almost a triple double every game. So they're gonna expect like a lot of points, like a lot of passing yards from Pat, like 300 passing yards a game, 260 passing yards a game. Like what his average is. No one averages 300, but I'm just saying like that's even 260 is a lot. And like in some games he had like 220, and people are like he didn't play well. I'm like 220 passing yards is good. Like if Kirk Cousins got that, they'd say he's a baller. So it's like they're gonna expect like 2 touchdowns from him a game. They expect a lot from Pat, so it's like I don't really care that much about it, and I don't think he cares that much. But some analysts might say it. They expect the most from him because he's also chasing Tom Brady. McDuffie absolutely deserved a spot in the Pro Bowl. I felt like he was snubbed. He strapped Jamar Chase in week 2 against the Bengals. He also stopped him on a double move on the goal line, and that held a goal line stand again. We got a lot of goal line stands. There's a lot of great things in the season, and like just stuff like that, like stopping Jamar Chase. Like did he not lead the league in receiving yards? He's like the Triple Crown or whatever, or he was going for the Triple Crown, and then Joe Burrow who's a Pro Bowler, and like their connection, they're the most A1 combo in the whole league. So it's like, and he strapped that by himself on the goal line. Like he deserves a Pro Bowl spot, obviously. And he got All Pro in his second season. Like he should easily get a Pro Bowl. I'm gonna speak more about that in a second. Justin Reed also deserved a Pro Bowl spot. Shout out to Justin. We met our regular season expectations by clinching the 1 seed. What more could you ask for? We have a bye in the first round, as I said. So I'm not gonna speak that much about our next opponent because I don't know who it is yet. It could be anyone. I don't even want to like put a theoretical. I want to have a whole video about that later, so it'll be more exciting. Travis Kelce had a good season, 800 yards. Xavier Worthy had a good rookie season, 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. Chris Jones faced a lot of double teams. He also had a good season. He faced a lot of double teams. And a lot of triple teams from a running back. So it's like he only had 5 sacks. So that's also why I think that he didn't have like as much sacks as he could have, because Chris Jones usually like I think 1 year he almost had 20 sacks and he almost won Defensive Player of the Year. He almost wins it every time, and it's tough. Like even when Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year, it was earlier in his career. It wasn't when they went to the Super Bowl and he completely like put the team on his back, facing double teams and triple teams, and that allows, as I said this many times, that allows the other rotation players, the other players to ball out and have their chances on one-on-ones and maybe even come out free because of a misconception on the offense where the running back's supposed to pick somebody up and he didn't chip, or the running back didn't get his assignment, so then this guy's free and then Chris Jones has all this time, and then when you focus on that, Chris Jones is one-on-one. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he's facing a lot, of course. And then I'm going to speak about how I can just say now how like when we need to stop and when we need to sack in the final moments, Chris Jones will always come through where he'll get a hand in the face like on Brock Purdy or Joe Burrow or whatever. But overall, I liked our season as a whole. I'm proud of the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm proud of Andy Reid, of the owner and the team run by Clark Hunt. I think that's his first name, Clark Hunt. I'm honestly forgetting, but and then also I'm also proud of our team drafted by Brett Veach, our GM. Shout out to the Pro Bowlers: Creed Humphrey, CJ, aka Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Trey Smith, Joe Thuney. And also the guys that didn't make the Pro Bowl, I would expect that hopefully they could have they'll be able to have a chance at making the All-Pro team and just almost have a redemption. And also I don't hold the Pro Bowl in high regard as I used to hold it, and I used to just think so much more of the Pro Bowl because it used to be an honor. It used to be like you'd have more Pro Bowls than All Pros, or like, and then like all pros were so, because all pros are better. Obviously, everybody knows that. That's picked by that's picked by the like the analyst, by like the critics of the league. So it's not picked by fans or anything. So it's like the all pro is always held in my high regard. But you'd have more Pro Bowls than all pros. And at this point, it's looking like these guys are gonna have more all pros than Pro Bowls. And these guys easily should be Pro Bowlers, because like I know there's some good corners in the AFC and in the league, but they didn't have a better season than Trent McDuffie and our defense had, and we're the 1 seed. It's just ridiculous. Like, I didn't think Denzel Ward should have gotten it over him or whoever else. Marlon Humphrey definitely didn't deserve it over him. I'm not disrespecting names, because Denzel Ward's one of my favorite corners in the whole league. I like his man-to-man. I like his hips. I like the way that he's quick on the ball. I like how he's in and out of his breaks. He's very fluid. He's a beast. He can guard anyone. He's about 5'10", but he can lock down DK Metcalf if he asks him to. He can strap anybody. He's a great corner, obviously. Like, him and McDuffie could have been like a toss-up, but I don't think Marlon Humphrey where it was Zach Orr in his first year calling defensive plays under Jim Harbaugh and under John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens, and then their defense was a mess the whole year, and it's the reason why why Lamar won't even win the MVP and he gets picked. Like, even if Marlon Humphrey's always a stud, I don't think he had a better year than Trent McDuffie. I'm gonna pick back up where we left. Our squad looks good. It looks like a strong squad. It looks like we're ready for the playoffs to make a deep playoff run. Pat will be playing smart football. Let me speak more about the playoffs right now. Pat will be playing smart football, not taking risks, taking care of the ball, kind of like Tom Brady did in the playoffs, and that's why Tom Brady had so much success, because he didn't throw the ball in harm's way. He took care of the ball. He didn't have any risks. He always played smart. He wasn't a gunslinger in the playoffs, because you don't want that. You can do that in the regular season if you're chasing awards. Like, I don't think he's doing that anymore, or just chasing approval like in his first year. But yeah, you just take care of the football. Chris Jones will get a sack if we need it. Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown will be burning 12, aka the ops, aka the opposing defense. I like to call them 12 because their cops are always chasing us. You know, they can't catch us. You know what I'm saying? So these receivers are literally be burning them like it's nothing. That's what you call the feds. So it's like the DBs won't be able to catch them. They'll just be burning them, and Pat will be throwing deep balls to them, just blurring them. Watch out for Isaiah Pacheco, because he runs hungry. He runs angry. He runs hungry. He's always running like he's trying to, like there's a chip on his shoulder, and he can't get a chip off his shoulder. I think he's already proven them wrong. He's won a Super Bowl every single year he's been in the league, and like that's a crazy stat for a running back, because you can just be placed on a team, but still, like he's made a big difference. He was a 7th round pick and fought his way and took a grown man's job and earned his spot, and is now battling injuries, and this team's a dynasty, and they get everybody's best shot, and he's always circled on the players to focus on, and like he's a running back still. It's not like it's a receiver. He's a running back, so it's like he's not, the quarterback's not able to help him. It's the O-line and stuff, and he still has to find the gap himself, and he has to chop his feet. He still has to avoid tackles. He has to run through, you know what I'm saying, arm tackles, like whatever. Like he still has to do his own thing. So it's like, yeah. That's really it for the video. And lastly, I want to end it on, it's a Super Bowl or bust for us, because we're trying to get 3 in a row. It's Super Bowl or bust. Everybody knows that. And we want to get 3 in a row. We want to be the greatest dynasty of all time, the greatest stretch of all time, and we want Pat to be the greatest player or greatest quarterback of all time, because he's chasing Tom Brady. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys.